to the marvelous Mama Margarita. How you doing? How you doing this morning? We about to get up. We about to get up on here and kick it.
Stuff like that.
Myth, interpreted as it was later on in history, led to profound conceptions of the woman as inferior, and sometimes in some civilizations as essentially evil. So she's supposed to be the great seductress, the weaker kind, etc. This was not the case in the African mythology. So that you already had a divine myth which gave a basis. It was a sort of bedrock for a reality that could give the woman greater freedom and power. It is not an accident, therefore, that many of the goddesses of the Europeans were black. They could have chosen their own women, they chose some of their own women, but the most important goddesses were black. Not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. But the most important goddesses were black. Not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek basket. The woman who helped Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea.
Get your copy at
the woman who married Perseus, the Greek hero, is a...
That's LadyWarriorsROP.com.
What are we, Africans? What are Africans? Geniuses. What are we, Africans? What are Africans?
11 steps. Considerations for empowering athletes and organizations. By Dr. Kelsey. 75 years serving the community. Get your copy at MaribaKelsey.com.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey. See some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.
Ayimbobe is an acronym. Mind, body, and universal balance empowerment.
Women, but most
Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, and Bube. Mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
GNJMedia.support. Family, man. Yes, y'all. We about to jump up and get running on this real quick. Family, it is good to see you in the house. Let's go and get this thing started. Let's get it.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath. Take it.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink.
Take a breath. Take your breath.
Now, grab your glass for some water.
Grab your glass.
Lift your pitcher of that water.
Or bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars.
Gye-Nyame.
Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink. Drink your water. Drink.
Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on, pour it.
Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink. Drink your water. Hey, ooh. Man, getting old is no joke. Man, all right. Because I forgot some stuff that I'm going to talk about today. I am not ready for the summertime, man. Excuse me. I am not ready for the summertime. I just have to go and say that, family. It is time for us to toast. And also, let me go and remind you about one of these books that we are helping to push out. Let's see. That's not the book I want. Got two of them that say war. But anyway, and you know, I want to thank those that's been, because some people have been donating just like through the app. And you know, I gotta apologize because like I said, we still working on it, right? And it's to a point where like I said, I apologize to those that do donate and have to get off the screen in order to donate. All right, but anyway, it's time for us to pour our libations. We're going to have our little talk and stuff like that. Y'all know I say y'all got my glasses and I got one of the bottles, but it's almost empty, but it's just a little bit. And this was one of the ones that I was trying to hide because I got a celebration that I wanted to be able to pop a bottle when it happens, because you know, with the ambrosia you can't pop bottles without having to spend all that money on somebody else's champagne. We do have our own bubbly, you know, it's called that ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to start replacing stuff when you start building culture, right? But part of the reason I'm not really ready for the summer is because in the summertime, especially what's crazy is my girls look forward to it more than my boy, my son. They like going out into the woods, and we are going to do some camping later on, but we want to kind of make sure everything is clear. But even when we do go out to the woods, we still can practice some of the social distancing and some of the cleaning practices out in the woods. But you know, I don't think out in the woods we're gonna have to worry about it as much as if we were in the city, because we're gonna have a whole area of the park to ourselves. So family, I'm not ready for the summer because like I said, you know, I got to re-envision summer. My daughter called me yesterday and asked me to take her to the water park, and I was like, I can't take you to no water park. I forgot we got a water park in this plaza, but even with that, you know what I'm saying, it was hot as hell, and I know it was people piling out there, so I got to drive by there first and take them down there when it's not super busy, you know, because they are children, and I want them to get out, but I want them to get out in as safe as possible situation as I can create. Well, anyway, family, so we got a little bit of news we got to talk about and stuff like that. Then also I wanted to kind of explain some stuff because like, you know, the summer, you know. And, you know, for the first year, I think out of all these years, we're going to have to cancel. It's going to be a lot of cancellations. I'm not going to speak on it because I was about to speak on it because I'm not 100% sure. But it's going to be a lot of shit that we're going to have to cancel this summer. DigiFest is not one of them. Speaking of that, DigiFest coming on June 20th. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Brother Greg Carr. We're going to have Brother Shaka laying down some music. We still also working on getting some other musical entertainment for you. We also have confirmation from Brother Shock Matthews. He going to be joining us. So we going to have this conversation about this or Ujinamics, so that we gonna get some stuff popping off. Also, I want y'all to take some time and check out The Art of Black War Against a Black Enemy by C. Earl Allen Campbell III. Matter of fact, I got to get him back on the show. Where I got to remember my link. My link ain't streaming up there, so that you gon' get that. That's part of that Ujanomics. So even though he didn't publish, he published that himself, but he's in a partnership with us, and we're able to go on and share his link. And, you know, I'm trying to get some other affiliates on his piece, so anybody that's interested in being an affiliate, you know what I'm saying, come on, so we can talk to you about this Ujanomic system that we are building. Family. Let me see. All right, cool. We can go to that one. Yep. Y'all can check that one out too. And last but not least, Lady Warriors, ROP.com. And speaking of rites of passage, right? And speaking of rites of passage and keeping it right in tune, you know what I'm saying? Boom. 11 steps to consideration for empowering African-centered organizations. Now, here we go. So, if you ever look on my glass, I got little beads on my glass, and I also try to wear my beads on a regular basis, right? Part of Gye-Nyame and part of the culture that we're trying to build, we got like a ranking system within our tribe. You know what I'm saying? So individuals can monitor their growth. And in a sense, this is what rites of passage helps you formulate in your life. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about self-mastery is just a fancy way of saying a rites of passage system. But self-mastery could be something that is achieved or done or pursued in private. A rites of passage is something that requires a group. It requires a tribe. It requires a family. And of course, in families, you have rank. You have people that are in certain positions, other family, and people handle certain things in the family. And if you look at, like a lot of Gye-Nyame members, if you check out their neck, you'll see they'll have beads recognizing where they are and their achievements in their tribe. And achievements in the tribe. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we're trying to share this with the other organizations that we deal with, because like I said, one of the things that helps not only the adults but also help the young people is if they have, in a sense, something that can monitor their growth. This is why belts are important in some martial arts system. And you know what I'm saying, some martial arts systems. You know what I'm saying? This is why grades, in a sense, are important in school, because the individual can track where they are. And we want to encourage our young people as well as our adults to be aware of where they are in the system. Have I been making achievements for the group? Have I been making achievements and improving myself? These are things that we have to be able to help our young people see, and these are things that we have to be able to help our older people see. Because my issue is when we talk rites of passage, the discussion immediately goes to children. When we got all these fucked up adults running around here, we start talking about rites of passage, the conversation directly goes to children. No, you have the children turning into teenagers. You got the teenagers moving into the warrior phase. You got the warriors evolving and growing into the nation builder phase. Nation builders moving to nation maintainers. That's the older nation builders. Now we sitting around, not only are we talking about building, we're talking about maintaining what we built. Then you move on to the elder phase. And the final stage after that is the ancestor piece. See, because this is important. Because this connects us back to what we do every morning. Because we are calling on our ancestors, because our ancestors are, in a sense, not gone. They have moved. They have made a transition, right? And that transition was, in a sense, a promotion to ancestor, right? This is why in a lot of our rituals, when you come to Tawi Village or you come to Gye-Nyame, we leave a space in some place where we are, where our ancestors can gather with us, because they are extended member. They are not even extended. They are part of the tribe. They are part of the family, right? So that we recognize that next level, that higher level, right? And it continues in the cycle. Back through the children or the watotos, up through the teenagers. From the teenagers, you are able to move into that manhood or that womanhood, which brings you into the warrior state, which takes you through the nation builder state, which moves you into the nation maintainer state, which moves you into the elder state. But how do you monitor that? Now, we want to talk about the kids. Oh, the children. You know what I'm saying? We got individuals who, we got elders that's permanently trapped in the warrior stage. We got elders trapped in the nation builder stage. We got nation builders trapped in the child phase. But yet we constantly say, well, we need to work with the kids. No, I'm gonna challenge you to work with some of these adults, because the kids imitate us. Y'all done seen, those of you that's been around here long enough, y'all done seen Gina jump up and do my show. She get up here and she will imitate me. She's sitting up here because I had to change my whole damn system, because if I left my phone, she would get, if I just had to go, she'll jump up on here and do me. She's watching me right now so she can learn how to do this OBS. She ain't slick. I know she trying to take my job. Our children, if we right, our children gonna be right. They're going to do what they see us do. And what we have to do is we have to recognize that. So if we are able to tack it from both ends, I'm not saying exclude one for the other. What up? How you doing? Have you ever had, oh my God, have you ever had a man? Oh my God. Okay, let's keep it moving. Great morning to you, sir. All right, or lady, I don't know. But good morning. All right, but anyway, you have to attack it from both ends. Of course, you have to go on and you have to deal with the children, but then also you have to deal with the adults, because we got a lot of adults that are, you know what I'm saying, that are not where they need to be. And part of the way you do that is by developing some type of system through which they could come. You're not a man until you have, oh my God, okay. Let's go on and deal with that. Okay, let's see. All right. So, that's how we deal with that one. Sorry about that, family. But anyway, but like I said, when you stream, you take all types of chances, right? But anyway, so we have to be able to deal with it from both ends. And part of that is developing a ranking system. One that's not necessarily etched in stone, but is based in some form of tradition, right? But then it is not so rigid that it can't be adjusted, because every now and then you're going to get those young ones, or as well as those older people who are just gifted at certain things. How do you reward that? You'll be surprised how something as simple as a gift from the community of beads, of a belt, of something simple that says, look, we recognize you, we see you, we see what you're doing, we see the progress that you're making. Let us reward you in our small way, but it's small to us, but to them, it is major. Right? Man, oh man. All right, so let's get to our toast. But, you know, that 11 steps for consideration sparked that, as well as this one right here. The warrior learns the way of values. Right? Oh, my God. I thought I blocked the homeboy. I can't. Oh, he's coming. Okay, he's coming through. All right, I know how to do that. Okay, my man said, this dude right here, he doing too much. If you pooping in the shower and doing with all that stuff you saying, what'd he say? Okay. Homie, we gonna have to go on and handle you. We got to deal with you. Account. Let's see. Pow. Okay, let's see. Let's handle that. He got to go. All right. So we took care of him in 2 places. All right, family, we're going to keep it moving. Oh, my God. They out here today, family. They out here today, but I see it's gone. But same thing with the warrior learns the way of values. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we start talking rites of passage and we immediately jump to the children. I'm just trying to let people know this is beyond just the children. And this is another reason I ain't really prepared for the summer, because it's like, it's kind of hard getting people to understand this, right? I mean, we could discuss it and everybody want to help the children, right? But don't want to deal with the ones that's harder to deal with than the children. So, I got a little bottle left. We about to do our toast, and then we're going to look at some of the news. Got a little bit left in there. You see that? Just a little bit left. This is one of those bottles I had hid. I thought I had it hid. Ooh, if it had a little bit more in there, it would have been a nice little pop. But this is from my last batch. My wife found it, complained about it. Then I come back home and the bottle gone, right? So, all right, let's go into our daily toaster scene. Let's get our toast on. First off, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator and we say, by whatever name you choose to call the creator, just keep the foolishness down. Raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? From there, family, where do we go? Y'all know where we go. We go to our list of ancestors. So we raise our glass and we salute our ancestors. And we say, no, we don't. We say their names. We go, Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Fanny, Gaston, Annalene, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, El Normal X, Sapet Mott, Ron Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxor Brothers, Miss Ela Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ritterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Ago Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nolly Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Ware, Agosto Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth. Man, that's Kwame's people. Hold on. Mary Elizabeth. We made it down to Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stober, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Alula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis. Damn, I start reading them. Hey, I start doing them. Fred Douglas Triggs, the second being the Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson, Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosey, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair, Senior Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kim Vernon Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Becker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Senior, Miley Miller, Housie Hatch, Dak Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Axe Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe, Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lord Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Corporal, George Swan, Emania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. What's up, Brother Kwame? Great Ujima to you as well. We move on to our black book. We got Joella Giles, we got James Carswell, we got Liberta Adams, we got Aunt Sis. Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. Check out In Class with Kamathi and Karen program. Damn, bro. Yeah, he broke it down. He broke it down. And for those that don't know what he's talking about, Karen Hunter did a class with Kamathi Carr, and the brother broke down the importance of the vote, especially the presidential vote, and he laid out the stakes.
So, one of the questions I asked some of, especially ADOS fam, is, what's the strategy? You know what I'm saying? If for those of us that was talking about voting down ballot, and we choose to vote down ballot, what are the ramifications if what this brother is saying is true? You know what I'm saying? How do we deal with it? What's the next steps? I understand the initial strategy, but the battlefield, the kind of the weight of the battlefield, and when you look at it from the way homeboy's saying it, so either I need another argument or another view to support what I was going to originally do. So I got to have discussions with those that we was planning to do it with, and really look at this. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can impeach a judge, but how hard is that? Has it ever been done? What is the process? You know what I'm saying? We got to ask those strategic questions, because yes, if we can kind of derail what the Republicans are trying to do, being led by Mitch McConnell, you know what I'm saying? Trying to control those that interpret the laws and put those who interpret the laws in place, so that because like I said, I'm a Coogee Track Leah, baby, and I understand the ability to define. You know what I'm saying? The ability to define. So, what it appears to be happening is that the Republican Party, or the right-hand side of white supremacy, is trying to get control of the courts so that they, for the next 50 years, can define the laws. I want y'all to understand that. I can define the laws. You know what I'm saying? And he gets some real good points. Said it took some 15 to 20 years to gain control of the judiciary, 10, 15, 25-year plan, right? So let me finish the toast, and we can talk about that a little bit more. Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Sam Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Gorey, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Izin, Transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James, Randolph Gile, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Touton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Jalar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cooper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toop the Don, Sarah Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William, Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle,
Lavana Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, and Craig Lee Jones. Family, we lift up our glass, we salute all of our ancestors, and we say Ashe. From their family, where do we go? We move, of course, to the present moment. Right now, we are in Ujima. We want to give all of our Ujima fam, all of our Ujima babies, a round of applause. Oh, man. Give it up for them. They deserve it. Shouts out to all of the Ujima babies. Family, as I do on a daily basis, I ask you to fire up those reticular formations. Get out in the world today if you out in the world and, find your principles in action. All right? For those that are in the know, we are also streaming live right now on our Discord. And, of course, we could possibly keep a little conversation going afterwards in the Discord. I am in GNJ Media Talk on the GNJ Media server. If you have an invite, you get in, possibly got some conversation afterwards. Because I can just switch to my phone and keep it moving, right? And matter of fact, I think that's part of the way we're going to handle some of this. But anyway, all right, let me go and finish this toast. So, family, I want you to activate those reticular formations. Get out and seek Ujima. Get out in the world. Find Ujima. See how Ujima is working in your life. Even if you locked in, even if you staying safe, even if you social distancing, Ujima is out there. It's working. And I want you to get out and I want you to seek. I want you to seek your principles. All right? We have to start looking for them. Right? And like I said, these are a symbol of Ujima. Collective work and responsibility, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Community had to come together. We got to come together. We got to put the bees together for the family members, and we get it together for them, and we give it to them. As a community, we boom. Well, you have proven yourself. I know some of y'all like, I ain't got to prove myself to nobody. Then stay by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know no circle where you get in unproven. My fault. I do know a few circles, and all of them just happen to be, with us. You know what I'm saying? It's a few circles where you get in and without proving yourself. Usually they don't work good. Usually there's a lot of confusion in places where you could go in unproven. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk into a math department unproven. You understand what I'm saying? You can't hold a seat in the history department unproven, right? You can't be a CEO in most corporations unproven unless your daddy proved or your mama just turned it over to you and it's a family company. You know what I'm saying? You can't get on the football field unproven. You got to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? So why when it comes to black affairs, why when it comes to black organizations, you can actually get up and you can participate and have a say-so unproven. Get your bees. Ujima in action, right? Or whatever y'all ranking system, however your ranking system work, your family ranking system work. But it need to be put in place. It need to be put in place because some people need to be quiet. Just saying. Silence of the lambs. So we raising our glass in this present moment and we saluting, right? We saluting this present moment, right? But before we do that, I forgot. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The modic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is what we teach the young people. I have on the blue shirt. I'm going to have to get a new one because it's wearing out. Vibration. Oh, man, Devin came in with a cold one the other day. Shouts out to my cousin. I see you out there, Juan. Vibration is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. Now, y'all wonder why do I throw all that stuff out? Because one of the assignments for those of us trying to develop ourselves is on a daily basis. Let's look at our principles. Not just look at them, you know what I'm saying? You can hang them on the wall, but now let's take a little bit different. What does collective work and responsibility mean for you, your family, your tribe? Take a daily evaluation of yourself. This is a tool. What does it mean when I say the modic principle today is righteousness? What does that mean to you? Right? You know what I'm saying? Give you an opportunity. How you doing, then my goddess Maya? It's an APG, all right. No, PG. How you doing today? What does it mean to you? Take some time to evaluate. We're not just we changed the name of the days as far as our tribe, right? Today is not Wednesday for us. Today is Ujima. I'll do the push-ups a little bit later, right? Today is Ujima, and with it being Ujima, it means something to us. It's a little bit deeper than just Wooten's Day, because that's what you celebrate in a sense, right? You know what I'm saying? You got another culture's name on this time. What we have done, we have taken our cultural words and we have put our cultural meaning on this day. This is the day of Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Aisha in the building. Oh, what's up? I didn't know that was you. All right, now I know how to find you on Instagram. You shouldn't have did it. Now I know how to find you. Shouldn't have did it. Love you too. But anyway, family. So this is what this is the major part of this process, right? This is a ritual. This is going to be we're trying to develop a tradition in getting up and getting people to reflect on who they are culturally before you go out here into this world that wants to attack you and attack your culture. We can see, we got stuff in the news. Especially with this, just think about how many black men, hell, we don't even know how many, but let's just in the news, how many black men since February, since this shit jumped off, how many of them have been, you know what I'm saying, attacked? We under attack. Either we under mental attack or some of us are under actual physical attack. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, once again, you got Ujima, for those that don't speak the language, collective work and responsibility. Righteousness is the modic principle. What does that mean to you? Respect. What does respect mean to you? This is what we teach the young people with the M7, respect. What is respect? Right? What is it? Give you some time to just do some mental notes on a weekly basis. Just monitor yourself for a month and see if you have, you know what I'm saying, if you have added anything to your life by just plugging into this. Because I tell people all the time, if you are not receiving any benefits from this, put it down and keep it moving. I'll do it by myself because I was doing it by myself when I started, almost by myself. You know, some of y'all been around for a long time, but you already know how it is. This is a powerful ritual that we go through. All right. So the color is blue. The Hermetic law for the day is vibration. Vibration. What is the Hermetic law? Take some time to look it up. And what does vibration mean? All vibrates. All vibrates. What does that mean? Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. All right, so we lift up our glass for this present moment, realizing that this is all we have. And since this is all we have, we're not going to waste it. We're going to lift up our glass and we're going to salute this present moment. We're going to give it power, realizing that if we give up our moments, we give up our space and time. If we give up our space and time, we give up our right to exist. And if we give up our right to exist, this means that we have surrendered our ancestors' right to exist and our children's right to exist. So stop wasting your moments. Stop wasting your time. Some of us is just giving away space that ain't even ours. It's your children's inheritance. You giving away time that ain't even yours. It's your children's inheritance. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if you smoke a blunt, but smoke a blunt in action. I don't mind if you drink, but drink, well, you know, until you got to sit down. Drink with some forward momentum. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? All right, but anyway, we lift up our glass, we salute this moment, we say Ashe, right? From there, family, where do we go? Well, I'm going to tell you where we go. I'm going to tell you where you go from This present moment, we move to our future generations. We toast our children in advance. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Because we always were here, and we always will be here. Well, if we handle our business in a moment. Because I want y'all to know this, and maybe you don't know this, but there are many groups of people who no longer exist. You don't even know a name to call for them because somebody moved in and took their space and their time. I'm just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. There's historical evidence for this. If you look at the Aryans in India, right? The Aryans rolled in and took that whole civilization from another group. And it was thousands of years before we even knew this. We was like, you got people up here got cults around the Aryans, and the Aryans ain't built shit. They just rolled in and took some shit from some motherfuckers and murdered them. Black folks. They came in, and like when I keep on telling y'all, we ain't going through nothing new. Got to understand. So we lift up our glass for our future generations. From their family, what's up? We move to the selfish toast. This is for y'all. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness so that you can take advantage of your moment? This is your time. You are history in the making, hopefully, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, hopefully it's good history. We raise our glass, we say our shade. From their family, we toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most beautiful, the most uplifting, the most empowering, the wisest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy. 100 years. Let me take a sip. Let me see how this settled. God damn. That extra honey worked. Lord have mercy. So I got another batch coming up, but I'm kind of short on some honey. I can't leave my honey or my ambrosia. I can't even hide it. You know. So here we go. Let's keep it moving. It's time for us, because I got to get up and get out of here. We got this adventure. We got this glorious adventure that we have to launch off. But, so I shared a video that Kwame checked out. You go to my timeline. I'm going to go to my news screen for a second, family. Oh, Lord. I let y'all down. I'm sorry. I was I was running late today, so I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So let's go there and do that. But thank God this computer is faster than my older computers. And I'm going to get one faster than this. All right. So I'm sorry, Instagram. Y'all just going to have to listen. If y'all want to see it, go to GNJMedia.live. Once again, that's GNJMedia.live. And you can go on and see everything on the screen. You can still watch it on Instagram. Or, actually, I could stream this through the Discord. Because we're going to move to the Discord. So those of you that's on the black signal, if you don't get a black signal, you need to be looking at your Discord. Because I'm moving the black signal to Discord. All right, so we're going to go down our timeline because there's some stuff that was posted up that we need to talk about. But one of the things that Kwame brought up was I posted up a video by Greg Carr, somebody that's going to be coming and joining us for DigiFest. It's all going to be digital, so you ain't got to worry about you being around other people. But you can check it out. We're going to have an excellent conversation with him. But he had a video this weekend that was, promoted thought. Because like I said, one of the things I strive not to do is to be stuck in beliefs. I try not to be stuck. I want to stay open enough so I can see opportunities coming. All right. I'm not ready for the summer. All right, let's see. Damn. 58 people reached, 11 engagements, 4 comments. Somebody shared. What? And Navita on here. I ain't even see you, Navita. They ain't let you pop up. How you doing this morning, Sister Navita? Of course I seen Sister Margarita. Here we go. With the murder charges. Four Minneapolis officers fired after death of a black man. Now I know y'all be like, Brother Hatim, why you don't cover that? Why you don't cover that? I can't cover that, family. A lot of this stuff I can't cover. Right? It's more than enough people on this shit to cover shit. This type of shit I can't cover. I could cover the after questions, stuff like this, but a lot of this shit I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. The black man dying porn, I can't participate in that shit, and I can't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I become aware of it, and I haven't even had the slightest temptation to even see that shit. Cause the last one I saw was when the Asian dude walked up on a brother who told him he had a gun in the car and he was legally carrying, and he unleashed on him. Y'all remember that? And I couldn't watch that no more. My kids were sitting right there with me, and I couldn't watch that. I said I can't do this no more. And then they came out with that movie, the Central Park 5. You know, my wife's like, you need to watch that with your son. I said, no, you need to watch it with him. I can't watch it like that. I can't do it. It changes. It erodes some shit in me, right? Some shit that I need so that I can make sure that our tribe moves. It erodes some shit in me, right? And I can't do it. But anyway, the question I asked about this, where's the charges? How long is it going to be this time before any charges are dropped? You know what I'm saying? Let's go and monitor this one. This happening in Minneapolis. But, this type of shit could be coming to a city near you. I want you to understand that death Monday night after a struggle with officer was under investigation by FBI and state law enforcement. Minneapolis, four. There's four of them there. One man. Okay. Four officers. One black man. 4 Minneapolis officers involved in the arrest of a handcuffed black man who died in police custody were fired Tuesday, hours after a bystander video showed the man pleading that he could not breathe as a white officer knelt on his neck. I can't watch shit like that. He knelt, and just so that you could get an idea, Kaepernick took a knee. This motherfucker, this white boy took a knee on this man's neck until he died, with 4 other officers possibly within the area, and the man's hands were handcuffed as he lay in the street with his head by the tire of the police car. You mean they couldn't pick him up and put him in a car? They couldn't do none of that. You understand what I'm saying? My cousin Juan agreed with me. Can't watch that shit. Can't watch it. It's hard enough to read about it. But I just want you to understand, because I want to give you the image. All you got to do if you don't want to see the image is just imagine Kaepernick taking a knee. And imagine him taking a knee on somebody's neck. All your weight, all your force on the neck. You can make somebody pass out just by getting the right grip on a person's neck. So they fired him. First they gave him administrative leave with pay. Then finally they fired him because the outrage is so, the outrage has forced them to have to release these men from their job. Now, when are the charges coming? When are the suits coming? See, because the issue is, family, this is going to continue happening to us until there are severe enough consequences where motherfuckers is going to think about even pulling your ass over. See, what good is it for you to lose your job when you keep your retirement and you keep that nice house that your job for protecting people supposedly got you, right? All that shit need to belong to this dude's family because you violated your duty as an officer. And I'm sick of these cowards as police officers. I know people like, oh, they ain't there, but no, among anybody that's running around, once you become a police officer, as they told me when I entered the military, you now belong to us. Your life belongs to us. So you are expected to move into dangerous situations and possibly not come home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, this is what you do. This is what you do. Ain't nothing about policing safe. Nothing. So, maybe we need a quality of individual that can live with that. This man's, oh my God, cowards. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey announced the firing on Twitter, saying this is the right call. The man's death Monday night after he struggled with officer was under investigation. And I want y'all to see how they put it. He was handcuffed though, but he's struggling with officers. And he was struggling so tough that the motherfucker had to put his knee on his neck. And they released 4 officers, which means that there could have been up to 3 to 4 officers on the scene. And they couldn't handle one black man. One, handcuffed. Wow. The man's death Monday night after he struggled with the officers was under investigation by the FBI and state law enforcement authorities. Now, I want y'all to realize what the man was arrested for. According to word, it was forgery. I want y'all to think about that. Forgery. Now, if you look into the case, I think he was pulled out the car in front of a deli. And I think the forgery took place inside of a deli. Now, I have a question for you. What in the fuck could you steal in a deli that could be worth your life? What in the hell is going on in this deli where these police feels that they need to enforce the law to the point where they take your life for forgery? Becky forges all the time, and I don't hear about no deaths with her. So does Simon. All the time. Especially on that meth. But anyway, the man's death Monday night after he struggled with officers was under investigation by FBI and state law enforcement authorities. It immediately drew comparison to the case of Eric Garner, an unarmed black man who died in 2014 in New York after he was placed in a chokehold by police and pleaded for his life, saying he could not breathe. Frey apologized to the black community early Tuesday in a post on his Facebook page. And he says this: being black in America should not be a death sentence. For 5 minutes, we watched a white officer press his knee into a black man's neck. 5 minutes. When you hear someone calling for help, you're supposed to help. This officer's failed in the most basic human sense. If you fail in the most basic human sense, are you human? Right? Now, what would have happened if the crowd would have responded? Because there was people screaming at the man, telling him, you are your... If they would have ran at that dude, he possibly would have had the right to shoot them and been justified in what he's doing. We really need to look at what's going on with policing here in this country. We have to take a real look at what's going on right now here with policing in America. Now, this Joe Biden, this is your chance, homie. This is your chance. I'm trying to tell you. You can run with this one, right? But you probably going to miss it. All right, so, but Instagram, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to keep on moving on. Join us at GNJMedia.live. That's GNJMedia.live. All right. Anyway, let me go and share this on Instagram TV, family. They got us on. We got our own TV show on Instagram TV. We're going to add it to a series. We're going to add it to the Daily Toast. Okay, done. We got Daily Toast. Appreciate y'all patience, family. Daily Toast. Ujima. Title, I'm not ready for the summer. Another reason I'm not ready for the summer, because of shit like this. Some people really don't understand how shit like this affects the rest of the nation. You got black men all over this country that every time the police roll by, it's like, oh, shit. Damn, I escaped that one. Come on now. If you out there, if you ever feel like that, go and let us know. Let the family know. You understand what I'm saying? Go and let the family know. So these dudes were fired. The question is, when the charge is coming. And what is the presidential hopeful saying about this? Right? What are your politicians in your town saying about this? You know what I'm saying? Because this is not isolated to Minneapolis. This is something that, once again, as black folks, we're going to have to go and we're going to have to take over the areas in which we live. Oh, yeah. And I'm talking about through the politics and through the take over the economics, all that shit. Because then you had the power to make motherfuckers pay for shit like this. Everything those officers own, right, should be liquidated and those funds transferred to this man's family. As an example to all other officers. But what if he was resisting arrest? He was resisting arrest for what? Forgery. You could catch him again later. Hell, you had him in handcuffs. He could have been sitting in the back of the car. There's no reason, I can't imagine any reason that a motherfucker would just place his knee on another man's neck unless you just plan to kill him. You're so immature because he said something to you. He could have said something to the dude. Hurt his feelings. Oh, my God. Let's go on down a little bit farther and see what else we got. Daily Toast yesterday, we had 18 views. All right, 11 engagements. We ain't had no shares, though. Y'all stingy with those shares. I'm trying to get y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All right, family, help us out. Trump News Live. Latest coronavirus updates is virus ridicule for human capital stock. Y'all got to check out the terms that they use when they talking about you. Trump advisor ridicule for human capital stock comment. Now, I want y'all to listen to the terms used in describing you. And some of you, and some of us that have white people as friends. You have friends or associates or how you need to let them know how they government see them. Hold on. Let's go and look at what he said. Donald Trump has threatened social media platform with tougher restrictions or even closure after accusing Twitter. Wait, hold on. Stop. Wait. I must have clicked on the wrong one. I did, but Trump News Live. President threatens to close social media platforms after accusing Twitter of stifling free speech for correcting his post. this is not real. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, that's not real. I could be wrong though. I mean that's not beyond some shit that he would say. But yeah, I guess so. All right, but I wanted to go to where homeboy Carl, he spoke about human stock. Right? Human stock. But y'all can find that yourselves. I'm gonna go and get out of
What?
there. Get out of there because it was trying to hit me with a commercial. I was just a little bit slow. So Trump advised ridicule for human capital stock. He basically said the human capital stock is ready. You know what I'm saying? He talked about you as units, right? Stock, capital. Look at you as money. Oh, they're coming to you. Not only do the Republicans want the economy to open back up, but hungry, aggressive rats want it open too. They're looking for new places to go and eat since all the restaurants are closed. So just like the rats, the Republicans, want the economy back open. So that, what's the term they use for you up here? So that the human capital stock can get busy again. Keep the rats satisfied. Andrew Yang says it's time to supersize America weekend. So Andrew Yang is talking about going to a 4-day work week. All right. So right here is the thing with Greg Carr. It's on YouTube. Sometime history is the best lens for seeing the future. Finally, we have to listen and talk about this. So, and I wanted to hit it a little bit more yesterday, but I got home, man. I tried to do the bath thing. It didn't work. I just went to sleep. But the class is right here. It's hashtag. You look up under hashtag in class with Carr. And he breaks down why we must vote. And not that I'm one to, push out that. I do believe that we need to vote, especially at this point in my life. And we need to teach our young people about politics. I will say that. And we need to get involved with what's going on in our local communities, and then expand out. But he presents a great argument of why the great pumpkin need to be pushed out of office, right? And the only thing that I'm looking for is a counter argument. You know what I'm saying? Not even, because it's like, boom, because Joe Biden, it ain't a lot of difference. For me, it ain't a lot of difference for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Except that Joe Biden, we got a little bit more leeway to possibly influence his ass in a direction that we need to go, because and it's getting so bad in America that the choices that you have to elect, just think about the choices that we be. This shit is just, as a country, I ain't got nowhere else. As a country, this shit is, I'm humiliated. How you say humiliated? This is ridiculous, right? And both of these motherfuckers over 70. There ain't no young. There's no young spry motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like in their 50s that could possibly step up. Damn, how tell me you in your 50s? I don't know if I would want to be president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? I never was on my list. So, all right, but family, listen. I'm going to get up. I ain't going to hold y'all up. Y'all have a great day. I want to thank those that took time to check us out this morning. But going back to the Greg Carr thing before I leave. Let me pull it up for you. It's called, just look up hashtag. Hold on, let's do it. Hashtag. So for those that don't know how to do it, hashtag. This is a hashtag. Class with Carr with 2 R's. It's separated. You need it all one word. Click. Boom. All of his stuff pop up. He got a great show about LeRon Bennett. And it takes you right to the hashtag is a thing that helps you categorize information so that you can find it. But you got Classic Car right on there, and you can find it on. But then, or you can just come to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Scroll down. Unfortunately, there's no picture on it. Let me go down a little bit more. Oh, we did that. Ooh, yeah, that kind of pissed me off too. I'm glad we ain't make it down that far because I'd have been mad. All right, but it's right here. And what I'm going to do is maybe I'm going to reshare so it'll go back up to the top. I'm going to reshare it so that you can see it and we had a conversation. But one of the things that Kwame brought up was that the Republicans have been working on a plan. And one of the key things that I always want to ask the family is, what's our plan? I mean, of course, we're not going to sit up here and discuss it right here. For those of us that's right here in Columbus, for those of you that's in Cincinnati, for those of you that are in Cleveland, for those of you that are in Detroit, for those of you that might be down south, for those of you that might be in Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Where is the group that you're conspiring, that you're conspiring, that's the only word I can use, that you are conspiring with to run your city? What's your plan? You know what I'm saying? They've been pushing an agenda for like the last 25 years. Last 25 years. Right? Now, and this is why I'm really getting on my age group. Those born between 65 and 70. Let's say that 5 years. Let's say 65 to 72. Right now, we are at the age where we have to start laying down 25, 30-year plans. Not just for our family. Of course, we need to do some stuff for them too. But we need to start laying out 30, 25 to 50-year plans of shit that we are going to start making things happen so that plan manifests. Because this is what Mitch McConnell and his boys, this is what they've been doing. So they could put an idiot in the White House and get their agenda followed. It don't matter who was in the White House because they had an agenda. They had a plan, right? Those of us that's born between 65 and 72, what is our 50-year plan? What are the things that we are going to be able to put in place in the places we are in right now that will have a lasting effect on the future of our people? Or better yet, let's say like this, on the future of your children. What's the 50-year plan? Right? 10-year plan. 15-year plan. This is why when I bring up rites of passage and people start talking to me about just the children, this is why I get bothered. Because children are not at a place where they can lay out 50-year plans. But yet we got adults, right? That we got adults and we got people between the ages of 45 and 70 that we can't get to agree long enough to at least start putting some action steps in place. And I ain't just talking about me because the cultural celebrations are important and we're going to keep on pushing that agenda. There's a plan for that, right? There's a reason for that, right? The rituals are important and we're going to keep on. All that fits in there. But what is the end goal of all this? Of course, to keep it going, but what is the end goal? What is it supposed to affect? What is the Daily Toast supposed to be doing for the next 25 years? Why y'all doing the Daily Toast? There's a plan behind that. There's a plan behind it. Why y'all talking about cultural stabilizing holidays? What does that mean? There's a plan behind that. It's an idea behind that. But what are the other plans? What are other strategies? But A lot of people won't be able to understand it or see it because they haven't really been through the rites of passage. They haven't been through the process. They too busy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They want to save the kids when they fucked up. Can't do that. If we set the example, our children model who and what we are. So when you see our children out there doing what they're doing, they are reflecting what they see and who we are, or who they're being told we are. But I honestly believe that, you know, if you got enough interaction with your young people, they're going to really know. They're going to know. But yeah, we want to say the kids. But we going to say they save them for what? So they could be looked at, what's that term? What's that term this white boy used back here? So they could be looked at as human capital stock. Is that what we saving them for? So that another administration 20 years from now could look at them and say, human capital stock. Is that what we saving them for? Right? That what we getting them ready for? Or are we getting them ready for our plan? Are we getting ready to put them in seats within the plan? Are we putting things in effect so that we could put them in the seats where decisions could be made for the next? Greg illustrated the fact that Mitch McConnell had a little heap up that he put on a federal judge seat at 37 years old. They personally trained this motherfucker and put him in a seat where he will be able to interpret law for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. He has a position until we learn how to unseat him. A plan. How old is Mitch? I mean, I can't knock the hustle. I'm going to say that. I can't knock the hustle. Right? At 37, he put somebody in a position that will be able to influence your life for the next 50 years. Because if he's 37 now, he's liable to live a healthy life on that paycheck that they get for the next 50 years. What positions we planning on? What seats are we putting together for our young people, family? I mean, since we saving them, what positions of power are we preparing for them to have? Because you don't stumble into power. You don't stumble into it. They kill the stumblers. If you look like you're about to stumble and get some power, somebody's going to kill you because they realize what you're going to get before you're going to get it because you were stumbling in the first place. And since you stumbled, I might as well go on and help you hit the ground and put my knee on your neck until you die. You don't stumble into power. You move to it progressively and on purpose and with it in focus so that you can see the field around you so you know the dangers. We got to understand, man, this is real life here. It's real life. Ain't no goddamn game. And everybody else is playing seriously but us. Some of the discussions that I be having with adults is ridiculous. And it's all about them. Not about us. So, family, I'm going to get up off of here before I say too much. I'm off here. Brother Kwame say, why would I run for office when I could control it? You heard that one too, right? Why would I run for office when I could control it? Hey, what office we controlling, bruh? Right? Or at least working towards. See that, and that's all I'm saying, right? What are we working towards? Are we working towards power? Or are we working towards high self-esteem? I know plenty of people with high self-esteem and no power. They think they the shit, but no power. They can't change not a damn thing. But their self-esteem, man, they feel good about themselves, even though they can't control their life. I'm not trying to leave that for our kids. I'm really not. I really want my kids to be able to feel good and be able to feel good because they're able to make changes in the world, and they're able to make changes and provide for those that they love, and they can make changes in the world that benefits them. And of course, if it benefits them, it's going to benefit humanity. But hey, that's just me. All right, family, I'm up. This is Brother High Tim. I got to go and get to my adventure. I'm out. Y'all have a great day. You know.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her.
The warrior learned
who's represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea.
Get your copy at LadyWarriorRP.com.
What are we, Africans? What are Africans? Geniuses. What are we?
11 steps. Considerations for empowering African-centered organization. By Dr. Elder Maria Kelsey, Baba of the Tawi Family Village. Special report put together by the elder after 75 years of experience of nation building in our community. Get your copy at MaribaKelsey.com. That's MaribaKelsey.com. Family, we are out. Remember that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your